This is all, by the way, for the whole card is on Fight Pass. It starts at 3:15 Eastern Saturday morning, only on Fight Pass AM, and then the main card is 4 fights. That starts at 6:30 AM. But obviously, it's on Fight Pass.
Oh, we'll all be watching this live.
Are we doing the picks for the whole card, or are we just doing the?
Yeah, we'll do the four main card fights.
All right, give me one more time that first fight.
Li Jinglong against David Zawada. What is Zawada's record?
David Zawada, he's 0-1 in the UFC. He had a split decision loss in his first fight.
To Roberts, right?
Yes, and he's 16-4 overall, though.
And Lee is what?
He is 7-3 in the UFC. He's coming off a unanimous decision win, an impressive win, and he is 15-5 overall.
He's 15-5. Who was that you were just talking about?
That's Li Jinglong.
That is.
Who do you got,
I'm going to take Li Jing by decision. That's what I'm taking.
Okay.
I am going to take Li Jing by a third-round stoppage.
Okay.
And you know what? I got no faith in Li Jing. I feel like Li Jing's best days are behind him. So I'm going to go with Zamata.
Zawada.
No, Zamata from SNL, the black chick.
Oh, okay.
She's going to come in, and she's going to actually take that dude's place, and she's going to win the fight.
There you go. I'm going to take Li Jinglong's second round knockout.
Okay.
Nobody always got any love for Zawada.
Yeah, it's just Li Jinglong's a real tough dude. I mean, obviously not a lot of travel for him. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you. What do we got next?
Then a bantamweight fight between Song Yadong, who's 2-0 in the UFC, against Vince Morales, who's making his UFC debut. He's 8-2 overall.
Well, Song Yadong's got the funnier name, so
he certainly does.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. If he gets hit low, is he going to go, yo, Song, how's your dong? Your guys are fucked up. Listen to me. We're in this world today, you get in trouble for shit like that. I'm going. Talk to me about each guy, please.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, sure. Well, Song Yadong's 2-0 in the UFC. He has a front choke win in his debut, and then elbow and punches second-round knockout over Felipe Arantes. And then Vince Morales, again, this is his UFC debut, but he's 8-2, and he's coming off a decision win in his last fight.
where though, and who against?
That was in his last fight was in Bellator against Justin Hugo.
I'm
Who
going
did he train with, bro? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Who, Vince Morales?
Yes.
Stop umming like you're thinking. He's fucking looking
No,
it up on the computer. I want to point that out right now
Yeah,
for
that's
all
right.
the audio listeners out there. He's not thinking, he's Googling.
It says American Free Fight MMA. It seems like he trains out of Oregon, so I'm not really sure who the team is.
I'm going to take Song Yadong
Yep.
by decision.
Okay.
Oh, who's next?
I'll go next.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Sung Yadong. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Come on now. All the shit that he's doing, high level.
Sure.
I can't pretend to know these people.
No,
guys,
it's
there's too many fighters. I don't know Song fucking Dong.
I like that you tried it. That's fucking
Most people
great.
don't know Song Yadong. I'm sure he's going to be a fucking phenom in the future. He's the next fucking Conor
2-0.
McGregor. I'm picking Song Yadong because his name is hilarious, and I think Jim actually watches this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to agree with Jim on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go actually with Song Yadong by second round KO. He is an exciting fighter, actually, so if people want to check him out, this is probably a good fight to watch.
Third round TKO. Yadong. He's taking it.
Okay.
All right.
He's
I got a
taking
gut
Yadong.
feeling.
All right, then the co-main event, a guy we're all familiar with, Alistair Overeem.
Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh, yeah, Pavlovich, yep. Alistair Overeem versus Sergey Pavlovich. Pavlovich is also making his UFC debut. He's 12-0, 9 first-round knockouts.
Undefeated.
I watched a couple of his fights. But
coming out of Russia.
He has not fought, in my opinion, he's fought good, tough guys. He's not fought the level of guys that Overeem has fought. Overeem is coming off a loss to Curtis Blades, and before that, a loss to Ngannou, right? Is he two? Oh no, he won. He's 2 out of 3. I think he's lost.
No,
He's
it was
2 in a row he lost.
Oh, he has lost.
yeah,
That
lost 2 in a
Ngannou
row.
was Ngannou and Blades back to
But
back.
he lost to the best of the best, and he only loses to the best of the best. Alistair Overeem is going to be the toughest test this guy's ever seen. Dude, Russians are tough as shit. It's so hard with an undefeated guy. It's nearly impossible to pick. We don't have enough data to really actually make a legitimate pick. So this is only a guess. Anybody who pretends they really fucking know, they don't have the data in front of you. It's like a math problem when you're missing a few of the numbers here. But I got to pick Alistair Overeem.
I am also taking Overeem because I think this guy has never faced legs like Overeem is going to use or knees the way Overeem is going to use them. And I think this guy is a good fighter. He's a good hard hitter. But I think Overeem is going to put him up against the cage and drive those giant fucking legs into his stomach. I'm taking Overeem in a first-round knockout.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Because Overeem is due after those last two fights. Fucking Curtis Blades split his head open with his elbow, and Ngannou dropped. Was it first round or second round that uppercut destroyed Overeem?
I think it was right at the end of the first round.
Might have been, but
that Ngannou uppercut was the most brutal thing. It was like Hearns versus Tommy Morrison.
He was knocked out before his head went all the way back. He was finished.
It was crazy.
Guys, how old is Sergey?
Sergey Pavlovich. He's
how old?
I don't know, Chris. I'll guess 29.
Chris?
Yeah, hold on. I was pulling
Off the top of your head. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't have it loaded up there.
Obviously.
That's all right.
He is...
How many siblings does he have, Chris?
He's 13 siblings? No, he's... It doesn't have his age and data, but I don't know.
There's a method to... there's a reasoning behind why I'm asking. Now, if he's a young dude under 30, 9-0, he hasn't...
12-0.
Yes, he doesn't have these... Oh, he's 12-0.
9 first-round knockouts.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. That's the 9. All right, 12-0. If he's... we didn't get the age on him?
I'm checking right now. It didn't have it where I was looking. It's not available.
That don't matter. All right, it's not available. But, I know that Overeem's got the experience, and that's what we're all looking at. But that's the thing, man. I mean, he's got that's his fact. He's got that experience, but he's been through some fucking... He took some punishment, man. He took some punishment, dude. I mean, I don't know. That guy's... What the problem is when you get knocked out, and you get knocked out more than once, you go out that much quicker. It's that thing about losing your chin, that's real. You know what I mean? So even though I know he's got that experience going for him, I'm going to take first round knockout by Serge.
Okay.
I'll call him Serge.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you guys are close. I'm going to take... I agree, Matt. I mean, that's the thing. I do agree with Jimmy that Overeem's striking is going to be the highest level striking this guy's probably seen. But is he going to be able to get through the entire fight? No. I'm going to pick. I'm just. Is he going to be able to get through the whole fight without taking a shot from this guy who's knocked out, 9 of his 12 opponents in the first round? So I'm going to take Pavlovich by second round knockout.
Overeem is going to crush this guy in the first round.
It'll be a decision for Overeem. That's what I think it's going to be. I'm looking at him right now. This guy looks tough, but these are the guys that he's fighting. Look at the guys that he's fighting.
That's what we said before, yeah.
It's,
he's not fighting Ngannou or Curtis Blades or Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, and Overeem...
This guy's from Russia, no?
Yeah.
Who knows if he's not fucking wrestling Bears? You don't know this guy. You don't know maybe what you think you know.
Oh, I do. Trust me. I've watched him train for weeks
Jimmy.
on end.
All I know is, could Louis J. please leave some of his sponsorship at the place at the studio for when I get back?
You know what?
Please?
I have one. I have an extra one on me.
Could you hook up your friend that brings up your... Jimmy, in comedy, I don't know how long you guys know each other. I'm the guy, we get on air, I bring up your fucking victory.
Well, I saw Louis in person. And congratulated him.
Yeah, he actually gave me a hand job.
Give a fuck about that.
I gave him a hand job.
Louis wants... Dude, he wants the fucking glory, man.
Okay.
It's true. I'm a badass.
I'm sorry.
I
Jimmy,
have some smoked honey, which is one of my sponsors. They have great products, marijuana distills, and I have an extra cartridge on me, all packaged up and everything, Maddie, and I'm going to leave it with Chris, your producer, and I'm going to hope that he doesn't try to smoke it, because I see it in his eyes.
You could just go to the store and buy that.
Not here.
Dude, look at his mug. That fucking, not his mug, his face, literally his mug, that fucking thermos, that hippie. He's going to take that shit for himself.
He's an untrustworthy piece of shit.
Put it in my stevia.
We'll see if it's here when you get here, but Lewis is going to
leave. Shit.
All right.
All right.
Main event.
I can't get sponsors like that. All right, what are we...
Main event, Francis Ngannou, is he 12-2 now?
This is exciting.
Well, 14-2. What is he, Chris?
He's 11-3.
11-3. Sorry, and Curtis Blades is 10-1. His one loss was to Ngannou, but it was a doctor's stoppage because of his fucked up eye in the second round.
Between second and third, I believe. Right?
Yeah, but he was in that fight, and I think Ngannou's confidence has gotten terrible because of that Stipe fight, and then against Derek Lewis, and I think that this fight, Ngannou is less confident, and Blades has already fought him and taken what he has to offer. And Ngannou knows he could not put Curtis Blades away in 2 rounds. So I am going to take Curtis Blades, 2nd round, TKO.
Wow. All right.
If you look at this poster, it really looks like a poster at a black barbershop. Their hair is so nicely trimmed up, both of them.
They are. Yes. Curtis's beard looks really good.
It does. It really does. They both have nice fades and fucking designs. Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of agree with you, Jim. And to be honest with you, I think it's a better story. You get a 3rd fight out of it, you know. That'll be sort of what Ngannou. It's almost better for Ngannou to lose this fight than to have a shitty victory over Curtis Blades, because at the very least, if Blades wins this fight, you set up a 3rd fight that always has huge interest, a rubber match. There's value there, and there's a story there, and I almost feel like the story of Ngannou being a big scary dude with crazy knockout power who just all of a sudden started playing it safe. That story fucking sucks.
Yeah, but Blades is a wrestler, and Ngannou had a hard time against Stipe, who was able to press him down. And again, Derek Lewis wasn't much of a threat to take him down. But I think if Curtis can get him on the ground, I think Francis is in trouble, because his grappling, I think, is the worst part of his game by far. So what do you think?
Let me interject if you get a chance.
Sure, buddy.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, what do
you
you
know
think?
why I see it's weird by phone. I don't know how fucking Lewis does this shit with this thing, because they do it like they're in studio. They're not in studio, and you know me. I'm a fucking blabbermouth. I'm a chatty catty sometimes.
Kathy.
So it's weird. I'm sitting here looking at the Hulk roller coaster, waiting to chime in. I have a story too. My story is about a fair weather fan named Jimmy. Jimmy, fair weather fan. Boo.
Hey,
Boo.
what am I supposed to
If
do?
I was fighting and you were a fan of mine, I would fucking hate you, because I knew the second I lost, it'd be bye-bye, Jimmy. He's never doing a...
What am I, a fucking girl? I'm going to stand there and cheer with a pom-pom for the man with big muscles? He lost 2 fights in a row.
Who wants to cheer for a loser? I'm with Jim, actually.
It's harder for me to root against the guy I like. I'm not rooting against him, but I just think that's what's going to happen.
Jimmy, let me tell you a story, Jimmy.
Right.
It's about a fan. A fan that loved this guy named Ngannou. What do they...
Ngannou. You got
Francis
Ngannou.
Ngannou. Yeah.
Okay, good. I got it right. Dude, Jimmy, you were so high on this guy. You were high on this guy.
I still like him
he
very
lost
much.
a couple of fights, and you lost your faith in him.
Yes, I did, because he lost the Derek Lewis fight by not throwing punches. And he admitted he didn't have confidence. And we've also, by the way, Matt, since I've heard that, we heard that he doesn't train with heavyweights. He trains with middle and light heavyweights. So I lost a little bit when I heard that too, because he's going in there and he wants to feel bigger and stronger instead of fighting guys.
You're right.
And it paid off.
Right.
And we saw what happened against Stipe, who fought a brilliant fight, and then we saw what happened against Derek Lewis when his confidence was lost. So look, I like Francis Ngannou. I love his story, but I think Curtis Blades is more dangerous right now.
You see that emotion you got right there? Jimmy, I'm sorry. Jimmy, I love you. Listen to me. Jimmy, I love you. I know that I like to make it a little spicy sometimes.
Yeah, I understand.
All right?
But I will say this.
Go get your fucking shine box, will you, please? I'm only kidding. Jimmy! I love you, Jimmy. I do. And listen to me. Listen, I like Francis a lot.
Yeah.
And I hope he gets over this mental fucking thing in his brain.
Sure.
But I like Curtis. I like Curtis a lot. He's got the most What is his record? He has the record for like the most takedowns. What is his record for takedowns? He's either tied or he has the most in UFC. In the UFC, I don't know about history, but in his division,
in the heavyweight division,
Producer.
I think he has the most in the heavyweight division. Maybe Kane to be second.
Does Christopher Producer? Does he have these stats?
He's
I'm
now.
pulling it up right now. Hold on.
Okay,
it says Curtis Blades vows to break heavyweight record in UFC Beijing fight with Francis Ngannou. He's one takedown behind Kane, who has 34.
Oh, wow.
And Curtis has 33.
This is what I want to talk about. That's huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's something to think about. But plus, he's got the confidence. The confidence, that's the major difference in this fight, even more so than that. More as important as any of their fighting skills is the mentality. When he first met him, he hasn't lost, Francis.
Right.
He didn't know how to lose. He knows how to lose now, you know? So I don't know. I'm going with Curtis. I think I'll say Curtis by decision because I think Francis, he's shown that he does hang in there like he did with Stipe. Could he put him out of there? Oh, wait a second. This is 5 rounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I talking about? Okay. 4th round stoppage by Curtis. That's what I said it. And I stand by it.
I also think Curtis against DC. Again, DC will probably never fight Curtis, but it depends on how Brock does in his testing and what Jones does against Gustafsson. But I think that Curtis DC is a really good fight, a much better fight than DC Ngannou. I don't think Ngannou gets a title shot anytime soon, but I think DC mauls Ngannou because he takes him down, and I think there's nothing.
I think also DC mauls Blades as well. He's just
not as easily because he's such a good wrestler. Yeah. He might maul him, but he's such a good wrestler.
Yeah, but nobody's as good as DC. DC's so good that I just don't see Blades, who obviously really really good grappler, really good wrestler. I think it, more than anything else, probably cancels each other out. And we've seen Cormier; he's got really great boxing, really knocks people out. Fought at heavyweight the whole beginning of his career. People forget that he started at heavyweight, went 10-0 at heavyweight before he dropped to light heavy, and he never really had problems with anybody. He was dominating people. He won that Strikeforce tournament as an alternate. Nobody knew who the fuck he was, and he came in and won it. And it was like, holy shit, this guy was just dominating everybody. So I don't think anybody beats Daniel Cormier except for John Jones, to be honest.
Maybe, yeah. All right, Matt. We should.
Oh well, I was just gonna say. So, Matt, I was gonna say you were taking Blades by decision. Then you changed it because it's 5 rounds. I actually have Blades winning a decision. I think he is just gonna wrestle. I think Francis is gonna get tired out, like we saw against this. I think he just used the Stipe model to beat him, and I think that's what he's gonna do.
All right. Well, I have
what did Jimmy say again?
Second round TKO, because I think he's gonna take Ngannou down, and I think he's gonna do very well. I think Ngannou on the ground is ineffective. It's not that I don't think he's tough. I think he's lost his confidence standing up, and against Derek Lewis showed that. And I think that on the ground he's very vulnerable.
Well, it's very exciting. I'll be watching. And hey, man, I'll be back next week, guys. And sorry about being a little insane. Listen, 10, 12 days at a fucking theme park. So you think anybody fucking insane?
It's a little much.
You know what I mean? And Lewis, I was serious. Lewis J, leave some shit for me, please.
Oh, I really will, my brother. I really appreciate it. And
all
Maddie,
right,
we love
man. Congrats again, man. Congrats again. That was awesome.
Thanks, dude. Thank you.
All right. Later, guys.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Later, guys. Chris, the producer. I'll talk to you soon. Jimmy, love
Sounds
you,
good.
Jimmy.
All right, buddy. Enjoy your trip. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you, man. You too, dude. Take care. Bye-bye.
He's the fucking best.
Who do you take now in the main event?
I think I'm gonna go Blades. I think probably get a later stoppage. I agree with Matt. Just because Ngannou going 5 rounds. I mean, just having a guy on top of you eventually will probably break. But either late 4th, 5th round stoppage or a decision. I don't know. I'm gonna watch the replay of this, guys. I can't get up at 6:30 in the morning. That's fucking crazy.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Lewis. This was great. I'm going to pee my pants. We have not taken a break. Thanks to Ben Askren, too. It was good talking to him.
Yeah.
And where are you going to be performing in Houston on Friday?
It'll be the Secret Group this Friday night, the 23rd, Black Friday in Houston. Myself, my girlfriend Kim Congdon is coming to open up for me, and it's going to be a really, really great show. The Legion of Skanks fans come out in droves down there. And then I got a few more dates. Louis J. Gomez presents LouisJGomez.com is the website. I'm filming a special, Louis J. Gomez presents Louis J. Gomez, on December 9th. But I'll be in Portland next week. I will be in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Denver to close out the tour. And Infinite CBD is a sponsor for the tour, which is great. So we're giving out free CBD samples on the whole tour, and it's just fun. And I'll leave some with you guys as well. In fact, they have a really, really great company. If you guys can go to Louis J. Gomez presents LouisJGomez.com, grab tickets for any of those dates. And if you're in New York City, come and see me film my special because I'm very excited. It's my first time ever doing an hour.
Good for you, buddy. I'll be at Caroline's Friday, Saturday. Chip Chipperson podcast December 7th in Philadelphia. Hope you're having a nice Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in a few days.